self-pregnancy test. So that's exactly what we are both going to learn today, just how to do a self-pregnancy test while at home. The only thing you need is your urine and a pregnancy kit, just as I have right here. But before we continue, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. That is Ida Munzatsi. Also hit on the notification button down below for you to be notified every time I upload a video. Once again, my name is Ida Munzatsi. I'm a health journalist and health enthusiast, just a lover of creating health awareness. So we get to it. So what you need is your urine and a pregnancy kit. I took the most basic one, which is only 50 Kenyan shillings in the pharmacy or chemist. So what you need to do, I'll place the urine down first. So you take your kit just as I have. Then we have some space here on the kit. Okay, so what you do is just to open. So that particular space just helps you open as I have done. So once you've cut, you take your pregnancy kit as I have done. So as I said earlier, it's the most basic one just compared to the other one. It's the most basic and cheapest. It's only 50 Kenyan shillings as I mentioned. So once you've taken, do not be confused. There is usually one more thing that is just a preservative that is usually inside the paper, so do not be confused. This is actually not for use, it's just to preserve this particular kit. Okay, so we'll place this aside. We still have our kit. As you can see, it's actually written max. All right, so that is the maximum area, or just the maximum line that your urine is not supposed to exceed. So what you do, you place, okay, as it's written max right here, so your urine is not supposed to exceed that particular mark. All right, we take our urine, we are opening. So you can use any kit. I was just lucky to get these ones from the hospital. All right, so we are going to place. So your urine should not pass this particular line. Okay, you can see I'm placing it as I check. Right, and then you remove as I've done. All right, then you place it on a flat surface, and I'll just place it right here as you wait for the result. So we are placing it on a flat surface so that the urine just goes to the farthest, and it gives you a valid pregnancy test. So as we wait for it, I'll just use this particular test to show you what results you are expecting. Okay, so you can see, all right, so if it's one line, all right, on top of that particular kit, if you can see, that is the control line, so that is negative. All right, if there are two lines, that is on top and slightly below the first line, that is your positive. It means you're pregnant. Negative means you're not pregnant. Positive means you are pregnant. All right, however, you might also get an invalid result. An invalid looks like there is no red line, all right, on your kit. Okay, or the line, it's not on top like this, but is below. That is also an invalid pregnancy test. So we have negative, positive, and invalid. So in case yours comes out as invalid, you're supposed to do another test. All right, if it still comes out an invalid, probably you can now go to a health facility for them to do a proper pregnancy test. All right, just an in-depth one. So what we are doing for this particular pregnancy test, you're not just supposed to do it anytime, all right? The signs probably that you would have experienced before going for a pregnancy test is a tender or a swollen breast, all right? Nausea, you might just feel nausea, you're either vomiting or not. That's a test as well. Frequent urination is also a sign, all right? And fatigue, just feeling tired, that is a sign as well. So I think we are ready for our test, and we'll just have a look, then we will try and compare it to this particular one that we were able to learn with. So just before we get that, as you may note, this particular one had no indications of what results you're expecting, and that's why I decided to get this particular one just to help you in knowing of the result. So we are now taking our pregnancy strip right here, and I've just placed it right there for you to see, okay? You may guess. Help me get to know the results. Yeah, the results are negative, all right? So our specimen right here, which was my urine, is actually negative, all right? As you can see, just as we said, when this particular line is on top, it means that you are negative, all right? When there are two lines, so it would have been positive if the lines would have been double on top and slightly below. But if this line was not there completely, then it would have meant that it's invalid. Or if this particular line was below, it would have meant that it's still invalid, all right? So the line should not be anywhere. It should actually be right on top. By on top, I mean, you see this particular line, at some point is usually blue, and we have some that are usually green, okay? So that is our results, and that's exactly how to do a self-pregnancy test while at home. So you don't just do it, all right? First of all, experience the signs, all right? And let's say you've had unprotected sex today. That is an example. You cannot do a self-pregnancy test one day or just a few hours after you've had unprotected sex. You might end up getting an invalid result. So what you do, you wait. Let me talk of at least more than 4 days. Let me just put it that way, for the result to be able to just, for the strip to be able to read your result, all right? So that's exactly how we do a self-pregnancy test that is at home, okay? So you do not have to go to the hospital for this to be done. You can just do it at home, okay? And something else, the best time for you to do a pregnancy test is early in the morning, just before you've eaten anything or drunk anything. This is because at that particular time, your urine is actually concentrated and it's not diluted by any fluid that you would have taken. You can take it at any time, but during the morning hours, just before you eat anything or drink anything, is what is just advised. So that is all you need to learn about doing a self-pregnancy test at home. Thank you so much for watching. As I said, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, that is Ida Munzatsi, down below, and you can also click on the notification button so that you are notified every time I upload a video. Thank you so much.